Yep. Alrighty, folks. Good evening, hello, and welcome to another session of our Dawn of the Dales. I'm your Dungeon Master, Dungeon Mister, joined by the majority of our lovely players this evening.
Ooh.
You'll notice a little bit of changes around here, and all for the better. Little cosmetic upgrade. But what else will be a cosmetic upgrade is the maps you may or may not see during the stream, the battle maps. And if you like those, go check them out on the Patreon. Patreon.com/dungeonmister. But we're not here to actually talk about that. We're here to actually talk about the game, the thing we're doing. So let's talk about what happened last time before we get into what's going to happen this time. So, last time, embroiled in battle against the Zendarum within the warehouse, the group fought tooth and nail, spell and sword. Every time they seemed to gain the upper hand, it was ripped away as the enemy revealed new tricks or gained reinforcements. This warrior of Bane was a formidable foe on her own, but when Powell the Owl, wizard, arrived, the fight became a true trial. Eventually, though, the tides turned. Powell attempted to flee through a window. Jackron unleashed moonlight through her body, cutting through the darkness and leaving her lifeless. A battle for Freedale's freedom seemed won. Finding Bramfield half-conscious after the fight, the group helped secure his rescue, thankful for his freedom, though he still had no idea what he had done to deserve his imprisonment entirely. The group gathered blood they needed for a ritual to hopefully cure Bramble of lycanthropy in Shalane Freehold, while also uncovering clues that seemed to point toward river and use of lycanthropes as a commodity. And Gloria Rent arrived, after hearing the commotion and seeing that things were handled, once again commended the group on their success, reminded them that this was exactly the kind of thing Freedale needed. People needed someone to look up to. Exhausted from the night, the group settled in to rest at the warehouse. A comfortable place as any, at least in Freedale. But by morning, bodies of those who were threatened Freedale's freedom were gathered to burn in a pile. The people of the town began to take notice. They came with their thanks, and then they came with their requests. More than expected, perhaps, but not necessarily out of greed. People of Freedale wanted something better for their home, wanted to rebuild, they wanted to improve, and they wanted to have someone willing to help make them, or help them make it happen. And so, the better part of a 10-day was spent in Freedale, helping those who asked and those who cared about the future of the town. That is where we're going to pick up. What did everyone decide to help with during the 10-day? We all know that Arabella has decided to use her acrobatics to help mend the local temple, and has gifted the group with, might I say, 3 potions of healing? The temple gifted the group with 3 potions of healing for her contributions at the end of it. But what are you 3 doing to aid in the town's resuscitations? Would you like me to list them again?
Aaron would help to reopen the market row, seeing that how we kind of closed off the illicit trade operation. It's kind of like, hey, well, maybe we can get some more legitimate trades and opening up the market and get things going again.
Okay. And how would you be helping with said object of your desire?
I would probably be trying to throw my name around a little bit, and try and use just some kind of influence, try and get some trade back up and going.
Okay. Trying to just use the influence, throwing your name around. Yeah, give me a. I'm gonna say you can go about this two ways. Throwing your name around can be used in an intimidating factor, the Thesseran family name, or in a persuasive way. Like, oh, the Thesserans. That's us. Maybe put my
Uh,
name down on that order there, and maybe it'll get handled a little quicker.
yeah, definitely a persuading kind of way, gentle. This is like, hey, this is who's backing this.
Okay. Roll me a persuasion.
17.
Okay. Yeah. Talking up the town and the workers who are. It is mostly merchants who are tending to the work themselves, and it's surprising that it's not. They are the working type. It's not the higher class merchants that you're used to kind of dealing with in the courts. They're working class merchants. They're just wanting to do a hard day's labor and sell their wares. And so they're kind of appreciative to have someone of your name around. Kind of almost makes them feel as if they're slightly higher class. I'll let you know what happens at the end of the 10-day. Ralorn and Dacron.
I was going to help repair the old blacksmith.
Okay.
Like, I was going to do it. He's going to just carry all the heavy material, help them with the construction and all that stuff.
Okay. Helping with construction.
Well, if there's anything that they need to rebuild or anything, or I'd be like, if there's a new anvil that needs to be brought in, everything. And
Are you proficient with any tools?
No. Only tools he's got is a playing card. You're not professional with any tools.
So you're doing more of like the hauling and
yeah.
Okay, general like maybe demolition or general stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
Gotcha.
Using his strength.
So yeah, give me an athletics check. $23. You would probably be the only person needed to help with the blacksmith aside from the smith themselves. And they are probably a younger, like late 20s human fellow. More wiry than they are built, but they definitely have some muscle behind them as well. They seem more about the knowledge than they are about the physical prowess of things. And they would be talking to you most of the time about their plans for the smith. Rylorn, I'm going to ask you 2 questions. During your time of talking, if you were to name one item that could be forged at a blacksmith, what would it be? Just generalization, not like Vorpal greatsword, not anything like that. More just like,
Probably the first thing comes to mind with the town is gonna be farming tools.
Farming tools. Okay. Fair enough. Farming tools. I like it. The second question. Blacksmith wants your help in naming the blacksmith.
Oh God.
The blacksmith's name is Carlsbad.
I'm always horrible with naming stuff.
He will take your
And his name?
advice in this. His name is Carlsbad. He will tell you he got made fun of, but he sticks with it. Because, obviously Carl is bad.
What?
But
I'm gonna make it simple. Carlsbad Metalworks.
Carlsbad Metalworks?
Yep.
Fair enough. What if he wants to expand to leather? He'll joke with you about that. He doesn't work with leather. Carlsbad Leatherworks. Just joking.
I mean, if he wants to go,
He's not.
leather, sure.
He's not. I just almost typed it down because that's what I was.
Yeah.
The last word I said. You know how those things go. Fair enough. And he'll tell you that's a very commendable idea. Farming tools. Yeah. Not bad. And then Dacron. What are you doing?
Let's restore and maybe redesign the Red Dragon warehouse.
Okay.
Get some imports. Get some stuff moving.
Yeah. It can be used to, honestly, it can go hand in hand with the market to kind of like store. It's not too far away from the market either, because there's a lot of. It's a large warehouse. The Red Dragon Tavern was probably too big for the size of Freedale, but the Red Dragon Tavern warehouse is ginormous. You guys fought in it. Huge. Two loading bays. Nice office. Yeah, and how are you going about helping?
I'm just gonna use my knowledge of warehouses and what they're used for, and I'm kind of making small adjustments to improve its efficacy when it becomes a place where traveling merchants and people, even if it's just a place that they stop for a day or two.
Okay. Sounds like history?
Do that. $25.
Okay. That's not nat 20, is it?
No.
Okay. Yeah. So perfect placement for everything in this warehouse, kind of moving things out, moving things in, out with the old, and kind of clean slate. As again, kind of going hand in hand with the market square, as some of the merchants are needing places for storage, and just that sheer organization and getting the office nice and set up for probably actually installing I don't know if it'd be like a foreman, or because you do have those two individuals. I don't know if we didn't ever name the chick, but probably installing them as the co-foreman, because they know the warehouse. They've been there for the longest. You would find 2 things of interest that were missed upon your initial inspection. It would seem that someone was foolish enough to write down passphrases. It looks like Zentarum passphrases. You'd find these probably carved into the wood behind a barrel or something like that. Like, one of them couldn't remember it very well. And like, they probably tried to smudge it out, like, they might have committed it to my memory eventually. But it's like, these have meaning. If you don't remember them, I'll let you know. So, there are 2 of them. One of them is a literal passphrase that means something. Rhomboids aren't real and can't hurt you. Simply means, I've got something for the boss's eyes only. That's all that means. Rhomboids aren't real, can't hurt you. Boss's eyes only. And then there's a call and response. Princes are dying every day. But true kings take their place. And that's simply just an affirmation of, like, I know you. We know each other.
Interesting.
You would get one other tidbit. I'm going to let you... Oof. Let you choose this one. You want to roll for it or you want to choose?
Don't have enough information, so I can roll.
Well, I mean, I can tell you what you're choosing from if you want to, like, know more information about it. Or it can be completely random. It's just between 2.
And we can just... Yeah, let's just leave it random. We'll see what we found.
Yeah, roll a d4.
D4. Number 4.
Okay. You would hear a merchant. Actually, it wouldn't be a merchant. It would be one of the workers that would be kind of packing, like a laborer that would kind of be helping. Came down from traveling a while. That actually had apparently spent some time in Dagger Keep, Castle Daggerdale, and was in the company of Randall Morn more than once. He would go on to probably tell you, because it probably might have piqued your interest, like, oh, Randall Morn, interesting. He would probably go on to tell you that his grandfather, Randall Morn's grandfather, was actually rescued by Elminster and Storm Silverhand. His grandfather's name was Bellard, or Belard. Probably doesn't know how to actually pronounce it. There's only one L. But he does love to recant the tale, as if he was there himself. It's kind of a point of pride, like, oh, my grandfather was rescued by Elminster and Storm Silverhand themselves, that kind of thing. It's a point of pride for some reason. They are very famous people. However, he apparently does not like and does not appreciate mention of his parents' fate. who were assassinated by Zentarum, which then forced him under hiding, as he was rescued by other forces, which weren't so famous. So he's somewhat jealous of his grandfather. He didn't get that semi-upbringing, which he would claim that his grandfather was somewhat raised by Elminster. You don't know if that's true or not, but he would say it was. Randall Morton isn't that old either right now either. He's early 20s. He's only recently, maybe in the last 5 years, come out of hiding. You get that fun little tidbit. Aaron. After the market is cleaned up, and it looks like several stalls, and actually a few full-on shops look like they're near ready to open. Maybe not completely, but smaller shops look like they're ready to open. You would be handed not one, but 2 rocks by one of the merchants. And actually, it would be a gift from several of the merchants. And you would notice that the 2 rocks would look like stones with carvings of rats on them, with exposed brains. Who's that? Oh, thank you for your time. We didn't know what to get you. But we've used these in the past to send word when we were away. We had thought of keeping one for ourselves so we could be in touch if you ever needed to be in contact with Freedale, but I think it might be best if you kept them both so you could be in touch with each other should you need to.
That's what he saw. Okay. I was thinking you just giving me rocks. Well, thank you so much. Give a bow.
They are giving you sending stones. And the merchants will bow in response. Yeah, you get a pair of sending stones from that one. As the 10-day concludes, Arabella will give you the potions and let you know that she will be staying behind briefly, as there were just a few little things she needs to finish at the tippy top of the temple, little cracks that they need help with, and she just has to make sure it's perfect or something like that. But she'll give you guys the 3 potions of healing, and she'll catch up with you. Also, during that 10-day, if you wanted to put a spell in the shield guardian, you absolutely could have.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see. Probably just. Yeah, probably just a big heal.
Big heal.
I'll make note of that on the shield guardian.
What big heal? Mass healing word or a 3rd level cure wounds?
It'll be a 3rd level cure wounds.
Nice.
Am I able to scrounge up any resources in time to copy any spells over from that other book into mine.
How much gold you got?
Right now, I only got 75.
How much would it cost to to copy a spell over?
50 gold a level.
Well, you could get it one level.
All right.
It would take 8 hours, right, for a level 1? Or no, 4 hours to copy a spell into your book? Or is it 8 hours per level? You would essentially have 4 hours every day, because you're elf. In 10 days, so. Also, you guys did get money at the end of all that. Not a ton, but I don't know how you split it up. You did get 3 pistols. If you guys want to sell that, and Rylorn does have that splint mail. If you would like to off that, you can. The 3 pistols, splint armor.
Was there any ammunition that we found, or did they waste it all?
Sure, yeah, they'd find enough bullets and powder for, let's say, a dozen shots.
I mean, does anybody else want to use a pistol? I have one already. Don't need 3 more.
I don't think so. Don't know if Arabella is interested or not.
Should probably say it's too loud. It is a damage upgrade, but I don't know.
Would you all be okay if I traded these pistols for spell supplies?
Whatever you need.
I will do that then.
Yeah, so and you can also sell the splint armor that I used to have if you need more money.
The
That's highly
blacksmith
appreciated.
will buy your splint armor for 120 gold.
Oh, there you go. There's 120 gold for more supplies.
Ooh.
Finding a buyer for the pistols will be a little harder. So they will sell for 100 gold each. And it seems like you have a permanent discount with the smith. I would say for material, what do you need for materials, Aaron?
Usually it's just papers and inks. I'm looking at what the wording is.
Yeah, you rolled a 23. We'll say this time they have enough papers in it. Oh. Yeah, both you and Dacron rolled good for 2 very merchant-like businesses. So yeah, merchant-facing at the very least. I'll say they can get enough inks and stuff like that. They're probably planning on doing business, so probably a lot of things to write down and contracts.
So I would like to get 450 gold worth.
Getting hella spells. Right, you got 10 days, so 4 hours time. You got 40 hours to work on. I don't know. I don't know the exact math. You'd have to look it up.
I'm looking it up.
Okay. Wizard stuff.
Well, if we give him 450 gold, and then we split the rest of it 3 ways, it's 110 gold a person.
Well, that was the pistols and the armor value.
Yep, added it all up.
Yeah.
Because we found 220 gold, 265 gold, 365 gold, misc stuff.
$2 hours. 50
Yep.
gold. Yeah, that's pretty. That's
50
pretty
gold, 2
yeah,
hours.
That's not bad. Interesting. So, once the 10 day has concluded, you've all spent time doing what you do, a little bit of business here and there. You would see that there are other, even though you're not helping with them necessarily, they are still clearing the grazing fields. They are still expanding the Evening Star Inn. Some of those things are still happening, even though you're not necessarily helping with them. Freedale's coming together. People are starting to, now that the kind of the face of it is looking okay, like oh, people might want to come here, kind of. Now it's actually about like living spaces, that kind of thing. So like, cause everyone's staying at like the inn, that's why they're kind of expanding the Evening Star Inn, but there's not a ton of homes that are good. They might need to expand that kind of thing. Everyone's always looking to the future. There's no stables here. There's no guard. There's no post office. Not that there needs to be one, but everyone's thinking about what needs to be done. You know, the market square's there, but maybe they need a general store. And so they would happily take ideas. If you have ideas about how to make Freedale better, you can always think on it and send them a letter. AKA, you can let me know if you got ideas. But the full moon does approach in like 3 days.
Just
So,
head back and see Brambles then. We have all the materials, yeah?
I believe so. Into the freehold. Castle Daggerdale on the wrong side of the mountain.
yeah, you'll probably have to go back down to Shadowdale and then to...
We're all the way north and then go down the other side.
If you want to go through the hills. Entirely your call.
And go
Can
check
follow
out.
trail, or we can just go through the forest and
And we can go check out Castle Crag.
Castle Crag you can see actually in Shadowdale, I believe. Yeah. It's barely there.
Oh, so that's much smaller than I thought it was.
Yeah, it's just like a landmark. It's just on the north side of Shadowdale. Same thing as like Twisted Towers right there. I would say that road is more slightly slanted a little bit west. It probably would be quicker to go south. Well, be about the same. 'Cause that's hills. Entirely your call. But first, you're going to Chalet and Freehold. By way of Shadowdale. Are you actually stopping by? Shadowdale would be about half a day's ride, I would want to say. Half a day's walk. I do have a question for when you get to Shadowdale. As you're walking, going to Shadowdale from Freedale, it's seen a lot more traffic recently. And so you would see passerbys on the way there. They probably stop by a couple of merchants. Or, you know what? What kind of farm? What kind of crop would you want to have in Freedale? Besides grapes. Any crop.
I know they always wanted ale, so barley to make the ale in town.
Okay. Yeah, as you're wandering on the road from Freedale to Shadowdale, you would probably pass by, looks like a family of barley farmers. A bunch of sacks full of seeds and a couple of oxen and a single cart going down the trail. They'd probably stop seeing the sight of you all, because you have a large automaton and a winged individual. It'd probably be a family of 4. Mother, father, and 2 like teenage boys, like age 15 and 12. Father would probably be the one leading the oxen. Big straw hat. Hey, Martin, oh. Just kind of tilt the hat. That's some fancy contraption.
It is true, but he's quite safe.
Heard Freedale was, opening up. That true?
It is.
Side eyes Aaron. Alright, I heard tales of some interesting folk there. But land needing to be worked. Anything we need to worry about on the road? You guys probably took care of it, right?
There should be nothing on the road to Freedale. Should be good to go.
Alright. Yeah.
Freedale recently acquired some powerful protectors. They have made it relatively safe.
Oh. Well, that's good to hear. I wish I could say the same for everywhere. Shadowdale's always been good, so good neighbors. Hopefully we'll find some good land. Yeah. We came from up north. It's been a long ride.
How far north are you coming from?
Oh, past Shadowdale. We went up from, we passed the Freehold. We actually came from Dagger Falls. Actually, that's where we got the barley from. Got a good deal. Not a pleasant place to be. Hill's a little rough. Freehold kind folk though, so it made it for a nicer, more pleasant stay. A little respite from the hills. Lost more than one or two bits of wood on the wagon on the hills there. Treacherous. Should have gone around. Yeah, that's wagons for you. At least we know how to fix them. Where you folk headed to?
Shadowdale, then a little bit up to Freehold.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like I said, they've been kindly folk. Them little ones know how to treat guests. They said they had a spell of some moon madness or something. But everything's all peachy keen for them now. Matron's all, it was all good. We stayed there for a night. And stayed at Shadowdale last night. And we're hoping to land at Freedale tomorrow, or, well, this afternoon. Maybe laying down. Well, don't let us stop you. Just try and get out of the way of the big fella there. It doesn't. It don't speak. I guess it ain't got no mouth.
If it did, probably have some interesting stories. Might have to look into that. Enjoy Freedale.
Oh, yeah. Hoping to. Bird is finally free. Enjoy Shadow Day on the Freehold. Always both kind visits. No
Give him a
kind of
nod as we leave.
yeah. No kind of like stand to the side. Like the car would have been pulled to the side too. Like they're given a wide berth because it's the kind thing to do. Also mildly frightened of the large automaton walking through the road. And the guy with bat wings. What? Traveling the rest of the way to Shadowdale is uneventful. Going along the river, you might see it every now and then through the thickets in the woods. Hearing the sounds of songbirds, and it's pretty normal. But the first thing you would see of Shadowdale would be the farmland outside of it. You know, the occasional, on the edges of the trail. Oddly enough, no barley in sight. Well, there would be plenty of other herbs and a few orchards and this and that as you arrive at Shadowdale. You would get lots of stares from anyone working the fields as you walk through Shadowdale town. Or as you walk into Shadowdale town. I'm assuming you're walking into Shadowdale town?
I don't see a reason to go around.
Okay. As you would get near the old Skull Inn in kind of the center of town, you would probably notice a few armed individuals. You've seen them before. They would be the protectors of Shadow, the Knights of Shadowdale. Giving you all stern looks. One of them will kind of step forward. We know you. Yeah? Some of you.
Do you?
Yeah. Lady Hawkguard. Seen some of you. That thing. It's not going to give trouble, is it?
Not at all.
Wings? Some form of devilry?
I do not believe it is any kind of devilry. I'm just a wizard. Magical experiment.
You botched a spell, basically.
You need to be watched. Magically,
I
that
enjoy it.
is.
I enjoy being watched.
It's not what we meant. You planning on staying in town? And he's asking the group, but he's looking at Aaron.
I think we are just passing through, trying to get to the freehold. I just think if we make good time, might be able to get there a little after dark.
Yeah. After dark. And when the devilry works best, eh?
There's no devilry anywhere.
If that is the case, that is news to me. You know a lot about devilry? Seem to know more than I do.
We've fought it before. Yeah. And demons. And drow. And goblins. I know evil when I see it.
If you do not like the wings, well, then I can make them go away. And I will wave my hand, and the wings will disappear.
You would see his eyes kind of flicker. The pale yellow light. Cannot deceive the light of Lathander. He's got an awe about you.
Thank you.
You're misinterpreting everything I'm saying. This isn't a good thing.
Are you saying we cannot pass through Shadowdale?
Saying you can't stop here.
Then I think we are all good then.
You probably might want to be scarce. Out of respect for Lady Hawkguard. No, this is gonna get reported. He was speaking highly of you the other day.
Yeah, so why wouldn't we be welcome if she was speaking highly of us?
Looks over to Ralorn. When there's devilry at work,
Aaron rolls his eyes.
You got any proof that it is devilry?
I can see it with my eyes. It's kind of what I do.
Hmm.
The gift of Lathander.
I don't want to stay too long. We're just passing through on the way to Freehold.
Reckon they don't like devils either.
I've never seen or met one, but I would imagine they're not very pleasant. So, not a big fan either, I guess.
say, Aaron, you can give me a persuasion roll. You're not lying.
10.
Right. You should move along quickly.
Aaron will start walking.
As you can see, his like, and his eyes are conflicted. Like he's like, he doesn't know what to do because he has orders, but he's also a paladin. Who spites devils. You would be followed probably about 60 feet away by a pair of guards. Not him directly, but two others. You'd probably see him go to the Twisted Tower. Or at least head in that direction. You wouldn't see him actually go to the, You all would head eastward. He heads westward. Shadowdale definitely is more alertful. On better alert than the likes of most Dales. Even though it's a very small town, it does have a rather large military presence. Even though they're not always seen.
Yeah, as we're walking, Aaron's just kind of swaying his hips a little bit more exaggerated because he knows people are watching him from behind.
Yeah, they would follow you a good half mile outside of town.
But I think Aaron will be quiet while we're passing through, while we're being followed. But definitely, he's giving him a show, watching. Because we're outside Shadowdale now.
Yeah, you walk through it. They're not attacking you. They're just watching you. That kind of thing. They're not evil. They're just like, hey, watching you. They probably wouldn't let you enter shops or anything like that.
No, I would have thought that they would have given more trouble to the big machine over my wings. Do either of you think that this is devilry? I mean, we know what happened. I mean, we think we do at least. So we know it was not any kind of devilry. Does it appear? I guess they kind of look. I could see it a bit, I guess.
Yes, well, I'm not attuned to that particular. So perhaps there is an aura. It doesn't really change anything.
Arlon, do I smell any different?
I don't know. Never really saw a devil before, so couldn't really tell you. I heard stories about them, but that's about it, just like anyone else.
But I smell the same since I got the wings. I don't smell any different.
Nope. Not that I can tell.
I wonder what that other man was smelling then.
It is his job.
Indeed.
And we'll keep walking, and I assume probably like, 10, 15 minutes later, my wings would come back.
Yeah. Well, it'd be a little... yeah, probably be like 10, 15 minutes later. Yeah, it would take a while to get through Shadowdale. But I would say going through from Shadowdale to the Shalane Freehold, it would get dark halfway through the journey. So you will be arriving in the night. And Valorant, roll me a d20, please.
8.
Okie doke. Fair enough. You would notice that nothing particularly odd on the travels, especially as night falls. Start to hear the hoots of owls. And then you would see the familiar small little patches of little gardens that are tended outside of the freehold before you actually get to the freehold itself. As seeing the lights outside or from inside, the wooden walls, the log walls, the palisades. That what that's called? That kind of style.
Yeah, probably say it.
If they can walk on it, I believe.
No, they can't walk on it. It's just a wall. It is just a wall. Yeah, it's just a wall. There would be like a ladder going up, so there would be someone watching on the top of it. Actually, there probably wouldn't be. No, yeah, there wouldn't be anyone watching it. It'd just be the gate shut. There'd be a torch outside of it. Or sconce. Could see the smoke rising from a couple of chimneys within.
I don't remember anyone's name.
I just remember Bramble and Mr. Robbins.
Well, there's the Matron Shalane. That one's an obvious one. That one you would easily remember.
Hopefully they're more inviting than the last two.
Technically,
Good
you're
hides,
still in
Robbins.
Freedale. But Marilla
That's fair.
Sowadrop was the priestess, if that's what you're curious about.
Mayla.
Marilla.
Mayla.
There's an R. Yeah, no, you don't see. No one's watching. Like it's just a closed gate with a sconce out front.
Is there a knocker or like a
Nah,
like,
they're not that fancy.
hello? Is anybody awake?
What? Yeah. Who's there?
My name is Aaron Desserin. We have just here on business. We have a remedy for a couple of your moon-touched compatriots.
What's
We're the one who saved
a
Bramble.
Thessarian?
Well,
No,
such
look.
as me.
Okay, we're the ones who saved Brambles a few days ago.
Oh, Brant.
A few.
That was
2
like
days
2
ago.
weeks ago. Why didn't you say that?
Because my friend here is too fancy to say that simply.
You'll hear some little footsteps go up the ladder. See a little halfling head pop over. Oh, jeez. What is that? What? Oh, what happened to you?
Just a magical experiment. I wanted to be able to fly.
Oh, man. Hopefully you got a cure for you, too. What is that thing?
A protective construct.
You're gonna have to leave that outside. We ain't got room for it in here.
Fine guardian of this gate.
Yeah.
We're not planning on continuing past, are we? At least not right now.
Yeah, it'll probably trample through break all the stones and stuff. We can't have all that. We can leave him out there. I'll give me a second. I'll open this gate.
He would be really good at crushing grapes.
As he's like kind of halfway down the ladder, you can kind of hear the footsteps stop. What's a good idea? Just tell Matron that when she's awake. I mean, obviously she's very asleep right now.
Yes, we hope to be that way too.
And he'll kind of scamper to the door. Eventually, the gate would open for you. He looks up over at you all. Oh, geez. That thing is even bigger out here. What? That one of them golems? What's it made
I
out of?
think that is a fair description.
That rock? Wood?
Yeah, it might be stone.
I believe it's some sort of enchanted stone, yes.
Weird.
It is. It is. Weird.
A marvel, is for sure.
Most people's asleep. We ain't really got too many accommodations. We can find, somewhere for you to sleep if you're looking to sleep here at the goal.
Well, everyone's asleep, so yeah.
Most people. I mean, we kind of points to the other gate along the way as there's another halfling who's just watching from afar.
Is the priestess sleeping today, or
Priestess.
did she wake up?
Oh, Marla? Miss Silverdrop?
Yes.
Yeah, she's probably awake. She's only awake at night usually. She sleeps during the days.
I suppose we could go talk to her first, then. Or we go to sleep.
Yeah. But yeah, y'all know the way, right?
Yes.
I can't really leave my post. I mean, I guess that guy's is it a guy? Or is that girl thing?
Not really sure. Don't know if it has a gender.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, Can't assume, so we'll leave them out here.
I do believe this gate became quite secure.
Yeah, I can, well, you know the way. There's only 4 buildings in here. 5. But yeah, she's usually awake. Surprised she's not wandering out under the moon. Gonna be a full moon in a couple days.
She's making her final preparations.
Hmm. For what?
Whatever she does during a full moon.
Oh, she just goes outside and like, I don't know what she does out there.
You must be prepared to travel the forest alone.
Oh, she always says like the moon watches her or something.
The moon does always watch.
The moon watches those who watch themselves.
That moon ain't got eyes. And kind of looks up at it. Maybe.
Saloon does see everything, my friend.
Eh. I think it's cheese. Really good with all that wine. Turns out the goddess of the moon is really the goddess of cheese. I starts thinking about that for a minute. Well, y'all know the way. I'm getting hungry. Leaves the gate open for a little bit too long as he kind of inspects the shield guardian. But no, he doesn't give you too much because you guys were heroes here, so they're not gonna give you trouble over some wings.
All right, then let's go see Miss Marilla Silver Drop. I give her this stuff.
Yeah, this is the kind of place like they don't lock doors here. They're probably not even locks on the doors here. It's like the commute, their family mostly. And Marilla would be staying in, I can't remember which house, probably this small house there.
I think it was, yeah.
Or was it might have been that one. I don't remember. It's in one of those 2 houses.
I think it was the one all the way down there
Yeah.
by the door.
Yeah. So you guys it'd be the person right there. He's not there. But heading on in. I don't want to knock because you don't want to wake anyone up. You would see Marilla in her kind of what looks like a nightgown and what looks like it could be a robe, somewhere in between, hair down, and just kind of in the middle of some tea. She looks like she's got a set of cards out. She's got them spread out. Looks up as you're all having to duck down to get into the home. Oh, well, good morning. Or evening. I trust the moon's been kind to you and you've found everything you need. It's been some time. And
Yeah, we've been held up.
is everything okay?
Yes, many things have changed.
I can see
We
that.
have. So I have wings now. Pretty cool.
And she just kind of goes and tries to reach out for him.
Like send it toward her.
Yeah, she'll just kind of pull on it and oh, that's like a child of the night. Like a bat. But oh. That's Weird. Perplexing.
Not a weird aura or anything, right?
Would you like me to see your aura? I didn't know that was a thing I was doing.
Oh, there was a some paladin of Lasanda. He said something about a bad aura.
Oh.
I don't think he knows what he was talking about, though.
Are you concerned about this? If you like, I could see your aura.
I think I'm okay. I know who I am.
Kind of looks kind of perplexed. Some people change under the moonlight. Others can change in the day. Sometimes it doesn't take light to change us. Just time.
Aaron thinks about that.
And she kind of like changes like her face a little bit, but did you collect the ingredients?
I
The
believe we have everything we need.
blood of the sire and wolfsbane collected under the new moon that was grown on hallowed ground.
Yes, I believe we have those things. Right?
Aaron's got it.
I have the Wolfsman.
Somebody has the vial of blood.
Yeah, one of you guys do.
I was gonna fumble with his bag. I think he might have taken. He's gonna fumble in his bag and take it out. Here, I think that was it.
Wonderful.
I will give the Wolfsbane.
Well, you arrived in good timing. It must be performed under the same light that awakened the curse. Under the light of a full moon. It will be dangerous. For him. Only briefly. But it is in a couple days' time. If you'd like, you could stay, but I should be able to do it myself. You've done more than enough.
If you don't mind, I think I would like to stay and watch this ceremony.
It's more of a rite. It won't take but a few minutes. But it will be as soon as the moon rises. As soon as he is about to transform. The timing must be perfect. Other than that, Bramble has seemed well. He has not gone to his hunting. He has not done Other than that, though, he's tended to his families, from what I've seen, and it would seem the Freehold has been in rather good spirits since you've last left us. Although, we'll be honest, some people were afraid that Bramble would turn at any moment. I had to assure them he wouldn't. Well, I suppose stay here for a day or so. I believe the full moon will be not tonight, but tomorrow night. So you have a day. It's 2 days. Remember correctly. I had to do math. I'm bad at math. So it would be 3 days. And like 5 hours. It's silly that it's specifically like exact days and hours and minutes. But yes, 3 days time. So you can stick around for 3 days, or if you'd like, you can. If you have something else to attend to and come back, we'll be here. But you can rest tonight. Might actually be 4 days, because it is 15. Yeah, so actually it is 4 days. So it's every 30 days. So the new moon was 10 days ago? So maybe it's 5 days. This is 1 day, so 4 days. Yeah, 4 days. We'll say 4 days. Sorry, I keep going back and forth on that. 4 days time. Owner of Harptos. I'm sure he will be relieved to see this as well. I see his cloak is serving you well.
I believe Ramon is wearing the cloak.
Mm-hmm. I can tell you are tired and weary from your day's travel. If you'd like, you can sleep in my room. I don't use it at night. Most of you will fit. I don't think the big fellow will. But there is a spot on the floor over there. If you would like.
I greatly appreciate your hospitality.
Of course. I am the only one that's usually awake at this time, other than the 2 guards, so only one who can be hospitable. I appreciate all you've done in return. And asked for nothing.
Truthfully, it is not every day that ethically, you're allowed to experiment on people's lives.
Well, this isn't an experiment.
Well, I've never seen it happen before, so for me, it is.
It's because you have no faith. Perhaps you should find some. Do not believe in the moon, in Saloon.
Oh, I am aware of their existence, yes.
Of course you're aware, but he watches over you. I'm certain she was
Does
that
see
night.
everything.
What was that, Erlon?
I said, like I said earlier, Saloon does see everything.
I do like being watched.
It seems we have a few days. But nothing needs to be determined right now.
Of course, get some rest and you can decide your course of action in the morning. And she'll show you to her room, so Dakron and Aaron can sleep in there. She does only have one bed. It is small. But she does have plenty of blankets. And she probably has extra blankets that she can lay down on the floor for Ratlorn in like the living room area. And she'll let you guys get some sleep. She'll probably go on like a late night walk or something like that. Yes, Aaron and Dakron probably might stay up like for like an hour or two more. But you guys do arrive at like midnight. Maybe a little later.
I'll just kind of sit in the bed, cross-legged, sit up, back against the wall. And I'll be just thinking about change. So I go into my trance.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Well, as the rest of you find some form of rest that evening, that's where we'll take our little 5-10 minute break. So stay tuned, folks. Stick around. We'll see what these guys are up to in the morning. See you in a minute. All right, folks. Welcome back. Last we left off, our troop arrived at Shalane Freehold with the ingredients that Marilla Silverdrop needed to help out with Bramble's affliction. And, well, given a choice, you have a little under 5 days' time if you want to be there to actually witness and be a part of this. She would have actually given you guys the name of it. The Rite of the Silver Veil. I think she told you last time, but that was a while ago. But mulling it over overnight, you all bedded down. You do have leads to look into, things to do, places to go, people to see. Entirely your call. What you would like to do. As you spoke to Arabella, you did mention Serpent Bridge. But we'll start with the morning as you awaken to the sounds of normal halfling, not revelry, but the freehold life. It would be your typical day. People would be snacking, probably a little bit of song and cheer here and there. Some people probably lazing about a little. Other people tending to their little gardens. And others would be tending to their small animals. Others would be just kind of like hanging out, talking to each other. Some would be talking about going to check on their traps. And all would greet you a hearty morning. There would be a lot of talk about the large stone man outside. And then there would be stares at Aaron. He's got wings. Hey, you see he got wings? Oh, yeah, he's got wings.
Yes, they work too. I can fly.
Well, be silly if you have wings that didn't work. I don't
Is that
think,
just why I clarified that they would work?
I don't think they work. He's just saying it.
No, they do. Oh,
What?
He's going to show you.
They all kind of stop and wait. There's like 5 or 6 halflings just standing around watching.
Now's the time on the spot. I stretch a little bit, and I jump up and just start hovering like 5 feet up over the air. So I told you.
Oh, well, anybody can do that.
I would like to see you.
Well, you can't fly though, right? Like really fly.
What do you think I am doing right now?
Probably some magic trick.
That is what flying is. Flying is a magic trick.
He's talking like a bird.
Yeah.
Yeah, birds are magic.
No, birds ain't magic. No.
They can fly.
He's just doing a magic trick on us. Yeah, go. I think something. Go get us an apple from that tree over there. From the top.
And what is in it for me?
Get yourself an apple too.
You are lucky that I would like an apple. I'll fly, grab 2 apples. Bring them back. I'll be like 10 feet up, and I'll just toss it down and take a bite out of the other apple.
They're good apples. All right, you win this one. I still think it's magic.
It is magic.
as the wings are flapping.
And I'll land.
Some people are like, "Oh, that was pretty cool." Are they like bat wings? Nah, they're like
No.
dragon wings.
And I'll
No.
bow.
If you want, you give me a performance chart. See if you caught anyone's attention.
3.
No one's paying attention as you bow. Like they're all already like talking and moving on to the next thing. Yeah, but that robot over there, they probably wouldn't call it a robot. That big stone thing. I don't know what's wrong with it, but it just stands there. I tried poking it and it didn't do nothing. Tried to say hello, it wouldn't even shake my hand. I don't know what was up with it. It was just standing there. It ain't even got no clothes on.
Yeah, and he doesn't have any wings either.
Oh! I thought you flew away.
Oh no, I'm still here.
And probably after like a little bit of commotion, you would see a Bramble actually walk up. Hey, fellas? You're back.
Yeah.
He still looks a little like saddened or whatever, but he's standing up. He's looks healthy. Well, Marla said that everything's been going pretty good according to how things should be. Said just wait till the next moon and we'll see how it goes from there. And it's good to see y'all. I see there was some changes as well. Hope it's for the better. Kind of furrows his brows. He's not sure. Wasn't against your will, was it?
But it was a surprise. But I think it's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. You're not getting like hungry or nothing, weird cravings?
No, nothing like that. Other than hearts. It was a joke.
Okay. Yeah, that would... Okay. Yeah. I got you. Yeah. I mean, I've had a pig heart before, but that was... You know, you eat the whole chicken. That's alright. Marla saw me this morning. She said, y'all might be sticking around, or...
I'll be there when she does the ritual with you.
Alright.
But we have things to go do. About what, southwest from here. But we should be back by then.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Well, I just wanted to stop and say hey while y'all were in town. You know, not every day you see folk who are kind of brought you back from Whatever.
You can say hero. Hero is a good word.
No, we're just doing our duty as it's our pleasure to save you, Bramble, and we're gonna make sure that you're safe and cured of that affliction.
Yeah. Don't tell my wife. She thinks I'm already cured.
We'll keep it that way.
But yeah, thanks again. Kind of like it looks good on you. Somehow it got bigger. Looks at your cloak. His cloak.
Yeah, and it did. It'd get a little bit bigger for some magically. I don't understand how. But
And it's some elven thing, you know. He just kind of shrugs and smiles. Well, don't be strangers. He'll kind of go about his business. Definitely the main attraction is people looking at the shield guardian out front. Like, the gates would be open and people would be just like... Probably kids would be climbing on it. Parents would be like, nope, stop that. Don't be climbing. You don't know where that thing's been. Shield guardian's just standing there. Big jungle Jew.
yeah, basically.
It's true.
And we're trying to get to the Serpent Bridge and back before the right.
Yeah, if we go out now, we should be back by then. We'll have time to lose.
We should get going then. Without Arabella, who knows what direction we will be going.
Should be. If we cut across the hills, we could be there soon.
That's safe.
No path is truly safe.
Will you lead the way, and I will make sure if anything attacks, it is dead.
All right, I'll do my best.
So are you guys going for the shortcut, just cutting through?
Yep, just going across the shortcut.
Okay. So, with that,
Walking through people's backyards.
no, they do have actually a door and like a little path going out that way, so that actually works out. I don't know if you remember the image of Shalene. They do have a gate on the west side of town. I will say, Aaron, roll me a d8, please.
8.
And Dakron, roll me 2d6.
2d6. 1 and 5.
Six. So going through the hills is rather easy. A little rough on the knees every now and then. But you know what's coming up is the river. And you actually do find what looks to be a small old path that starts to lead through kind of a little, patch of woods that looks like it's heading in the right direction. And kind of following this path, you would eventually elevation would start to change a little bit. Going a little bit uphill. It's good. Maybe you're going around. Some of the vegetation gets a little more sparse. You're going through hilly terrain. It makes sense. I changed music because you guys aren't in town anymore. You guys are going... Might be too mysterious. Yeah, that works. Why not? It could be mysterious. As you're going up an elevation slightly, you start to hear, it sounds like trickling. Or maybe not. You start to hear the rushing. Rushing of what sounds like waterfalls. 1, 2, maybe more. And then you would see it. The trail actually comes out onto a crossing of waterfalls. The downside is this old trail that you've been on for the better part of maybe an hour or so. That goes to this old crossing. Well, the crossing's old. Cutting through what looks to be this canyon that drops 60, 70, 80 feet. Not really a problem for Aaron. You can fly. It cuts through twice, actually, as there is a large, I don't want to call it a mesa, but a piece of land that cuts through the center of it. A bridge that crosses through it that is broken several times over. A rope bridge. The board's not great. It crosses halfway through to that mass in the center. You can see on the other side there was a bridge at one point, but now it looks to be someone tied some ropes that helps cross the other way. Or on the other side. And I'm actually going to gonna do you guys a solid, because I know I'm not the best at describing this whole thing, but there are a series of small waterfalls that dip down. I'm gonna say probably, we're gonna say 70 or so feet. I imagine this is probably 80, 90. This is probably pretty steep. So the problem isn't just you guys. It is also the Shield Guardian as well. You would see what looks to be a downed tree nearby. A couple of other bits of land sticking up. I don't think I need dynamic lighting on this one. You can just see the whole map. That's fine with that. It might actually have dynamic lighting already on there. I don't know. Nah, you can see the whole map. That's fine. It crosses a good bit. There are some places that the elevation is lower and places that the elevation is higher. The central area is the same elevation as you are. All other elevations would be lower. The waterfalls that are falling, you can see, are probably a good 50 or so feet higher. So probably going around them, you're uncertain. It would cost you hours, maybe even whole day. Just because the chance of going this way brought you this direction and to this crossing. Now you could risk it and go try to find a better crossing southward, but from your vantage point, you don't really see one. And it stays the steep canyon for about as far as you can see until it starts to wind and gets into the thick forest. Would you like to handle this situation?
So we see the bridge is all destroyed, but what's left of it is to appear to be sturdy enough to go through, or that it's about to crumble.
Give me an investigation check.
All right. Investigation 13.
It could probably hold one at a time. You're not sure if it could hold the Shield Guardian. I'll say that. That's too nice. The music I was playing for a second there. Slow. But yeah, it could probably hold you one at a time. But you're uncertain about the Shield Guardian. From what you can tell.
I guess we could have the Shield Guardian start to climb around. Just have him catch up with us.
I don't know that he can just be left to his own wanderings.
Yeah, something big like that might, bear might get him. Not a bear, but
Also, if we could just tell him walk to Serpent Bridge, like we should be following him everywhere.
I mean, shouldn't he go back to the hold in that case and make sure to protect them?
He could do that. He could just stand right here.
I think maybe having him wait here might be the easiest.
It is unfortunate. I don't think this bridge, definitely not the small rope bridge over there. So
he's a strong boy.
Well, this does not seem like it is too big of an issue for me. So, how do you, both of you guys, go across?
One at a time should be good.
There are obvious gaps in it, so it is, we'll say, your investigation relevant. Obviously, there are some precarious bits regardless. Like even if, like even with the shield guardian, like even if it could withstand him, which it might, I'm not saying it won't. There are some holes in it, so
Yeah.
Dangers.
Oh, I'm always just saying it was dangerous, but I was trying to fig is like if it's fixed aside, like.
Oh yeah, I would say
Okay.
the posts look solid. The posts are there.
Yeah, I just
like
didn't
that.
want it to completely collapse and work because I see all the holes. I mean, that's just obvious.
Yeah, the posts are solid. I'll tell you right up. The posts, whoever put those posts there, they knew how to post posts. Or how to use a post holder. What a dumb name for a tool. Or a very apt name. I don't know.
it's a long, like climbing down, or like that's not really. It's a long way down. You said
A long way down. I would say it's probably about 25-ish feet between each level. We'll say like 20 feet between each level. At least the first 2 levels. Yeah, 20 feet between the first 2 levels. If that makes sense.
If the shield guardian is good at climbing, you can just hop down, go walk across, and climb up the other side.
I don't know that he's great at climbing. Doesn't really have the ability to do much.
I can fly underneath. That way, if you fall, I might be able to. I have no way I can catch either of you, but I can slow you down a bit.
See, we try the bridge. At least we can maybe get across. And yeah, if you see us fall from that bridge, you can probably. You said you can slow our fall down.
Maybe a bit. It would still hurt.
Suppose it's worth the try.
I will fly underneath the bridge.
How far down?
I'll be like 15 feet under the bridge, just so I can and watching above, so I can try and intercept anybody if they're falling.
Okay. Who's
Alright,
going
who's up
first?
first?
Yeah. Send the shield guardian first on Ralorn, Dagros. And how are you going? Are you going across the bridge?
Yeah, Rollins gonna go across the bridge.
Okay, Ralorn's going across the bridge. Ralorn, describe to me how you're going across that bridge.
Second.
Describe to me how you're going across that bridge.
Very carefully trying to not basically. I mean, he'd have to jump here and there when he can. To
Jumping.
avoid all those balls. Well, jumping in the sense that like a little skip, if it's gonna let me, like a little skip from there to there, then all those little holes, do a little skip, like not jump across, but like
Yeah, I got you. Okay. Fair enough. I'm gonna say give me an acrobatics check. As you try and
16.
very aptly worded, Toadreds, hopscotch your way across. A 16. Absolutely. Yeah. Some dust and debris would settle as you get halfway across. Some boards might slip every now and then. The wood itself that is there is stable. Surprisingly so, as you're crossing it. Hopscotching's, hopping away. Seems to work just fine as you get to the center.
Right, Dakon, you're up.
Yep. The bridge.
The bridge.
What's a dual rope bridge? So
Yeah. What's Dacron's approach to the dual rope bridge?
trying to focus, like spread his weight out on the rope parts and not trust the wood parts.
Okay, just strictly using the rope as much as you can.
Well, I mean, there's also the bottom ropes where the
Yeah,
wood's attached, so kind of
absolutely.
keeping weight towards the outsides, not the middle.
I'll say for that, it's more using that slight acrobatic, but I do kind of feel like that's more using your... I don't want to say perception, because you are kind of looking for, the spaces to stand, but you're also... I feel like that's some sort of knowledge, right?
Yeah.
It's almost it's not a sleight of hand. I was going to swear someone was going to shimmy across one side of it. Going with both sides, that's kind of like a stabilizing move. Which does kind of make me think athletics, but it's not. It's not an athletic move either. I think I'm gonna say that's probably gonna be... That's a toughie. You know, we'll just go with acrobatics too. Just keep it simple. Keep it simple, stupid.
$15.
Okay.
I didn't do that.
Yeah,
A little bit far.
Yeah.
Yep.
You should get about halfway across. Get to about there. Ralorn. Swear you hear some stone shift. Maybe a bit of plant life or something like that. Moss along the side. As a massive humanoid creature covered in moss and greenery, like just completely covered in like grass and I don't want to say mold, lichen. Like it has been sitting there for centuries. Starts to lunge at you from behind. Also, Aaron, I'm going to ask you a question. Did you move before a second ago?
I moved before a second ago. I've been just kind of underneath the bridge.
But were you standing here a second ago?
I was not standing. I've been in the air.
I mean, but were you floating
was
there
your-
a second ago?
I have not moved since before Ralorn.
Okay,
Yeah, he hasn't moved yet.
fair enough. Just making sure that I did this right. Making sure I was using my own brain. You would see a second one. Clamber up over here. And we're going to roll initiative. Ralorn, you will not get advantage on initiative that you normally have. Right? You normally have it because it's champion, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's see, automatic. I'm just gonna take the first roll.
That D20 was actually your guys' perception check.
I mean, the first roll's still a 14.
Okay. You guys were actually quick with this. You guys were quicker than me. Okay. So the first one down here, as we'll go to Gothamlicious. I don't know, I like that one. Is tension in the air. Gets twiped. Ralorn, this creature, lunges towards you. It reaches out. And it is first thing that's going to do Yeah, it's just going to try to scratch you as you're looking over at Dacron. Getting an 18 to hit.
Misses.
How does it miss, out of curiosity?
Plate armor.
'Cause you have
Plus
plate armor
dexterity
now.
1. Yeah. Plus dexterity 1 plus the armor.
Plate armor, you can't use dex with plate armor.
I just put the plate armor and it gave me 20.
That's weird. I know you have the armor
And
thing.
Yeah, I got the armor thing. That should be
So
a
that should be 19.
So I guess in that case the sheet messed up because it added the dexterity in that case.
Either way. So either way, an 18 will miss regardless. It's gonna reach out again.
Because yeah, I am not shifted.
This one getting a 26.
That definitely hits.
Only doing 9 points of slashing damage. And for its third attack, only a 12 to hit.
Misses again.
As it is going to leap down. And stand there, taking us to Dacron. Mid-bridge.
You don't really want to fight on a bridge. So, if I want to continue on the bridge to get to where Ralorn is,
I'm going to say it's going to be difficult terrain, and I would need another acrobatics check.
can I, like, so you're just going to do, okay, difficult terrain. Difficult terrain means I'd have to dash to get all the way.
Yeah. And we'll say since you already rolled a 15, I'm not going to make the DC as hard. Technically, I made the DC 16, but 15 was like, it was almost there, so it's like, we'll let you get halfway.
I'm just going to move 1 to the next landing.
I will still need the acrobatics check.
I just have to get to it. There we go. 21.
Golden. Yeah.
I could do that. Could have done that in the first place. I think I'm just a little too far. I'll use my bonus action to give Ralorn Bardic Inspiration and teleport the rest of the way.
There you go. Yeah. Bardically inspired.
I'm invisible.
Anything else for Dacron?
Nope.
It's going to take us to Ralorn.
Let's see. How high is this?
Oh, wait. Actually, Dacron, anything for the Shield Guardian. Sorry.
It'll probably take his action, but he'll try to climb down 1 level.
Okay. I will say the tree would get him. The tree's a little precarious, but there's a chance he could get lower with that. The tree's been here. The tree's been here the whole time.
Yeah. It's hard to tell if it's down or out or what the tree's doing.
Yes, it is both. I'll say if you want to use the tree, you can give me an athletics check with the shield guardian. Because it'd be climbing in a way.
Sure. 15.
15. It's not going to get too far, but it'll be like here.
Sure. Where I was going, just slightly over, so.
Mm-hmm. That will take us to Ralorn. Sorry. It is 20 feet down, Ralorn.
When I'm able to. That's 10, so with 30 feet to go right. Air?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, in that case, we're gonna go 10 and then 20, we're gonna go all the way down. Just dropping down.
You dropping? You're just dropping right there?
Yeah, just dropping right there.
Go and give me an athletics check.
$23.
Okay. Well, I'll make you only take 6 points of bludgeoning damage. And you don't fall prone or anything. You're fine. Hurts those
In that
ankles.
case, then we're gonna swing the great axe at a big guy. Not 20. At least that's what it's showing on the.
Yeah, you got it.
There you go.
Yeah. Owie.
So, just making sure it's not too. So 12 for the first attack.
You don't want to do an or on that one?
Yeah, true. I was see.
The crits are the
It's
ones you
just
want to do
really-
that on.
Yeah, it's just really laggy. Like I'm.
It is, yeah, right now. Yeah.
So that would be. There's a 1, so +2. Because I got a Great Weapon Mastery on the last level, so +2, so 13.
What are you saying? Is this just +1?
The +2, because it was a 1, and 1 and 2 become 3s for Great Weapon Mastery.
That's right.
Great Weapon Fighting, sorry.
That's right.
Yes.
That's what that was. Yep.
So +2.
So what was the total?
1325. Sorry, sir. Oh, no, sorry. Yeah, 13. We're taking the 13 instead of a 12 for that first attack.
Gotcha. 13 damage.
And then we're going to do the second attack. 24.
Yeah.
For 16 points of damage.
Oh, yeah.
And
As you are hacking into it, there's kind of this green moss-covered creature is suddenly just kind of soaked in blood.
And as a bonus action, why not? We're going to use a second wind. 4. If it's 5 plus 7, so it should be 12. Yeah, I got 12. And that's going to be it.
Okie dokie. That will take us to this guy. This guy. Let's use the big shield guardian thing, but original intention. We'll continue with original intention. They're they're not that smart. We'll start throwing rocks at Aaron. Getting a 17 to hit with its first attack.
We'll have to shield on that one,
Okay.
causing it to miss.
As the rock deflects. Throw a second rock. This one getting a 16 to hit.
Also missing.
And the third one gets a 20 to hit.
Meets it, beats it.
As the third one hits, it will take... You'll take 11 points of bludgeoning damage. Actually, piercing damage. It's a sharp rock.
Ouch.
And then looking at the Shield Guardian, he's gonna just run over there. Can you make it? Eh. Yeah, you can. Gonna run up to Ralorn and leap across. Just like massive leaping across towards Ralorn. Like a very silent leap. Almost kind of like if you've ever seen Willow, like when they're in that castle, and just those creatures that are in there. I don't know what they are. Those like furry creatures that are just very silently crawling along the walls. It's kind of how I feel like these creatures are. Just leaped across like the wind. That will take us to Aaron.
Aaron will fly over, land over here. These are the same elevation.
Yes.
I pull my rapier out, and lightning begins to crackle along the base, arcs across to the tip and shoots a bolt of lightning
Okie dokie.
through both of them.
I'll make some fun dexterity saves. It's doing that thing it was doing on Thursday. They both got nat 20s.
Man, I take 17 points of lightning damage.
As they both just kind of instinctually at the same time just duck as the lightning singes the top of their moss-covered skin.
That is gonna... no, I'll Blade Song, and then I'll do it on my turn.
Alright, as you start to sing, or your blade starts to sing, this one, as it kind of gets up from dodging that lightning bolt, you can see as it stands up where Lauren slashed across its chest, the slash starts to heal itself. As it will then go ham on Ralon. Actually, now they might...
I found out why armor class was saying 20. It wasn't like click, but it was counting the shifted as active for some reason.
That's what I figured.
Yeah, that's what I thought, but it wasn't true. Now it's fixed.
It will actually... Does that provoke an attack's opportunity? It might. It's its bonus action to move. Look in 2 seconds. Loads half the character sheet, and then it won't load the rest.
Yeah, it's still doing it.
No, that's all. It's not. So what it will do is... Yeah, it's worth it to it, I think. Kind of switching up targets. It will leap up, grabbing the edge. Ralorn, you will get attack of opportunity against it. It doesn't care.
Right. So let's do this. Not one.
Yeah, as it leaps up, you get a big ol'. It's like you thought you got it, but really you just got a big clump of moss that was hanging from it that you thought like might have been like its arm or something, but it was really just its like loincloth of moss as it climbs up and leaps towards Dacron.
I'm invisible.
Oh, Dacron's invisible. Then it will. Yeah, it'll do like a suplex on Ralorn.
Climbs up there just to jump.
Yeah.
Bam!
But it's gonna be something. I don't know. Yeah. I'm gonna do what I would do for a player, right? Got a. That's pretty good. So we'll see. No. Getting a 13 to hit you, Ralorn.
Misses. He'd push it away as he missed it. His swing would push it
It will take
out of his way.
We'll take some bludgeoning damage. As he'll tumble, I don't know, that way. And then I'll swing out 2 more times. Getting a nat 1 for his second attack as he tumbles to the side. Nearly slides off because he lost his balance. And then for his third attack, just kind of grabs onto your leg. And then he's going to... Yeah, he'll just do damage. For 12 points of slashing.
12 slashing.
Ending its turn, taking us to Dacron, who is now visible. You know?
And I'm too high up, so I can't see them from here.
Yeah, I would say so. But if you...
And depth for sure.
You're
If
what?
I move over here.
Yeah, you can see.
Being as far, yeah, from where I was, they're too low and I'm too far.
I would say this one would have cover from me from there, but this one you can see flat out.
Well, I can see him flat out. I would like to throw some moonfire at him with a starry wisp.
Or some hands.
I don't throw hands. Am I high enough above him for an advantage? Playing high ground rules?
Nah.
Okay. 14.
But I will say what I'll do is because you have the high ground, I won't give him the penalty for being in melee combat.
Okay. So I ignore the first tier of cover.
So, but a 14 does miss. Just barely. And seeing that flicker of light in its eyes, it just kind of ducks as the light. You almost see for a moment, I would say, it looked like there was a slight panic before it stopped panicking. And it was like, oh. And then focus back on Ralorn.
We'll retreat back a little bit. There. And I'll end my turn, so the Shield Guardian will continue meandering on over.
Okay. Is it going to try to jump? Or is it going to try to go here and then jump over there? Probably safer.
That actually looks like a better, yeah.
I'll say no roll necessary because he already rolled for that. So he could... That'd be difficult. And then if he dashed...
Not doing anything else.
Give me an athletics check for him, just for flair.
Natural 20 plus 4.
What's something cool that the Shield Guardian could do would to give Aaron a boost? Does Aaron want to move next turn?
Yeah.
Alright, Aaron, you got plus 10 movement speed. As the Shield Guardian lands over here and gives you a push.
All right.
As it kind of like jumps over here and then bounces off and just jumps and just kind of holds its hand out, giving you like something to jump off of or something. I don't know.
Fastball special.
Yeah. That'll take us to Ralorn.
Alone. Which one appears to be more hurt? This one? Right
Yeah,
now?
slightly. That's also the one that
Alright,
you
then.
hit and did recover.
Yeah. So we're gonna attack that one up there.
Okay.
18.
18 hits it.
Or 4. Should be 9 plus 5, so 14.
Ew.
And the other attack 22.
Yes. As I would call it, bloodied. You're cleaving into this thing as...
For 7, or let's see if we can get better than 7.
Surely you can. Well, it's technically
Or
an
8.
8.
Well, yeah, 8,
It's
8 or 8.
It's an 8 or an 8. Yeah, you do
So
8
it's
more
an
points
8.
of damage to it. As you cut into it, it's reaching out towards you, and its arm gets in the way, and its arm just gets like lopped off. As you would just hear it just... Indeed, gosh. Do you speak giant?
No.
Yeah, it's speaking giant to you. Cursing at you. Anything else for Redhorn?
Nope, that'll be it.
It now only has one arm, where it used to have 2. The other one... well then... Yeah, it will slam into your alarm. Yeah, you just cut off its buddy's arm. Getting a 22 with its first attack.
That hits.
Give me a... You know what? Use its first attack to try to push you. Give me a strength or a dex save. I know you're good at these, so there's a chance.
24.
Alright, he had to try it. He tries to push you off to the side, you know, getting you closer to the edge. Not that he can push you. You have to push you twice. Then he goes for again. Trying to swing at you one more time. Getting a nat 20. As his pushing fails, but his other arm kind of swings around and just kind of jabs into your shoulder from around the other side. And this one, he just does straight up damage for 26 points of slashing damage. And for his third magic trick, You got it like a 9 to hit.
That fails.
He'll kind of slide over here. Actually, he'll slide over there. Ending his turn, taking us to Mr. Thesserin.
I am going to fly over here. And as I'm flying over, my hand reaches into my satchel and I hold the Orb of Damara. And I will cast Dragon's Breath. And I will breathe fire. Am I able to hit both of them and not Ralorn?
You
With a
will
15-foot
get
cone?
Ralorn.
Like they knew I was going to do something. They wanted to get away from each other. All right, I'll just breathe fire on this guy down here.
Okay. Fair enough. As you can see, he's barely hurt.
17.
He will take 17 points of damage.
Well, he does get a dex save, but yeah.
Oh, yeah. Getting a 13. He'll take 17 points of fire damage.
There we go.
As the moss kind of catches flame, it turns to you as it's like kind of on fire and just it stares daggers.
Hey.
I will then I'll just fly back over where I was.
You're gonna get 3 attacks of opportunity, Aaron.
What?
Yeah, I know,
All
right? Actually 2, sorry. Because they have a cool thing called reach. So 2 of them are gonna attack you. The one-armed guy and the 2-armed guy. The one-armed guy got a nat 1. Surprise, surprise.
Figures.
The guy who you lit on fire with seething hatred got a 25 to hit.
25 will hit.
For 14 points of slashing damage.
Doesn't feel good.
As he's just smoldering there. Like, it just smells of soot and you can tell he's just kind of shrunken from that. Anything else for Aaron?
That will do it.
That will take us to this guy. As he's reaching out towards Ralorn with his claw. It's 18 to hit.
Misses.
And then suddenly his other arm pops out. And he's back to having 2 arms. His newly formed arm got a 12 to hit.
Misses again.
And then he's going to... do it again. Getting an 18 to hit.
Misses.
Which will end his turn, but that will take us to his severed arm's turn.
What?
As his arm that was laying on the ground reaches out and grabs your leg, Ralorn. Attempts to. It gets a 15 to hit.
Misses.
That will end his turn. Take us to Dacron.
I'll walk up and see what I can see.
Yeah, you can see both of them. This one would have some cover. This one would not. You do not see the arm.
That's fine. Probably wouldn't clock that it was
It's
an
barely.
active combatant anyway.
It's just trying to tickle Ralor's feet.
Yeah, I will continue with my one move. I will throw a Starry Wisp at this one.
All right, let's see it.
23.
That's a lot to see.
Yeah.
I sees it,
reason not.
and I do believe it.
There's plenty of reason not to, but I'm still gonna do it. Damage. There it goes. 21 points of radiant
It
damage.
will take 21 points of radiant damage. Just got burned, and now it's blinded by the light. Still smoldering.
And I'll back up. And I don't know where the shield guard, like, I guess it has to go down this way.
It's gotta take a jump. No, be more. This is the shortest path. It's just a long one.
Okay, it is a
Otherwise, that's 25 feet. That's just a long one. It's just risk. I have to back up and get a running start.
Sure, why not? Huzzah!
Give me an athletics check from that shield guardian.
Good old 7.
Give me a strength saving throw from the shield guardian.
17.
Okay, it slides down about 10 or so feet. Maybe 15. It can start to climb its way up with a dash action.
Sure.
But
It can dash and
it-
climb.
It almost made it, and then the rocket just kind of like fell backwards, and it caught itself and just kind of started to slide downward. It's very clunky as it gets kind of up there.
Works for me.
Takes us back to Ralon. They're all about
Right.
equal health now.
Yeah, we're gonna focus on
Okay.
the one we were railing on. So up there for 19.
19, that's it.
For 14 points of
I'll
damage.
take 14 points of damage.
Then second attack, 15.
15 just hits. As he's back to being bloodied.
9 or for 12 points of damage.
So he'll take 12 more points of damage as reaches out with his other arm. As he reaches out with his other arm, you would... what looks like hack its head off. Although the body still stands. Just the stump where its head used to be. Anything else for Ralorn?
It's a bonus action. We're gonna do another second wind to help us out a little bit.
Okay.
So that's gonna be 14 points. That'll be it.
That will take us to this guy who got burned, and then Aaron, you're lucky that shield guardian's in the way. Also, cones are wider than that. They're 45 degree.
That was 40. I am doing 45.
Or 90 degrees, sorry.
They're 90. 15 foot is 90.
I like that. Wait, no, maybe they're... I don't freaking know. This seems wrong.
That's 3 squares, right?
Maybe it's 60 degrees? No, that's 60 degrees. That seems right.
60. Okay.
And it is rounded at the end. This one. Also, I wouldn't do that because then I can see what you're planning. Is going to... Not happy. Not happy at all. It's gonna splash out at... No. Notably. Actually, Ralorn, you're focused on the other one, so you don't know. It's gonna disengage from Ralorn. And I can try. Yeah. Leaps over there. Takes us to Aaron.
Yeah, I don't like what that guy's doing. I will fly over that way. I don't want to get super close. I want to stay 15 feet away. How far away? Is that 15 feet away? I'll breathe fire on him from 15 feet away.
I gotcha. $19.
And it's a success again. And better roll. 12 points of fire damage.
He's burning. You can definitely hear him cursing under his breath.
I'll back up a little bit, and that'll be it.
Okay. That will take us to this guy. As a brand new head pops out. And his head on the ground tries to bite Ralorn too. But first he's going to go. Swinging out. Actually, yeah, swinging out at Ralorn. It's going to do all three at once right here. Getting a 13, a 23, and a 21.
23 and 21 hit.
As this one is, he's still wounded, but doing 14 and 15 points of slashing damage. Just kind of seeing surrounded, but also seeing what's happening to his buddy. But also feeling kind of invigorated that he's got his own backup now. For a total of 29. And then his little buddies will also attempt to... The hobbling head will try to bite you, while the arm will try to just kind of scratch your, like, calves. The head going for the bite, got a 14.
Misses.
The calf scratch, got a 22.
That hits.
Eight points of slashing damage.
Well, he's not looking good.
No, just kind of like... Claw will kind of go around, just kind of like surround. It kind of shreds around the outside of your calf. They'll end their turn, taking us to Dacron.
Well, this is not going particularly well. Doesn't look like it's...
Both of them are, I would use the term bloodied in this moment. One of them is bloodied
Sure.
and burnt.
Does the one far away look like it's running away or just tactically retreating?
I'll be honest, it did look like it was going to run away until Aaron went to go burn it.
Sure.
That is what it was going to do. But it does not look like that anymore. Now it is staring daggers at Aaron.
I'm gonna distract it. I'm gonna let me measure. Pretty sure I'm good, but let me measure.
Yeah, you're within 60.
Huzzah, just barely. I will try to draw its attention for worse. Attack. I'm so good at this. 12.
12 is going to be a mess.
I'll stay here. I don't need to back up.
Well, J.R. Hiker. You dog, you. As from the falls from above, this kind of not sea foam, fall spray. The spray, from the falls would start to kind of fall upon the group as everyone would get healed 7 hit points because you are level 7.
Okay.
Thank you, J.R. Hiker, NC.
Refreshing. Thank you.
As it is quite refreshing. As a curing mist washes over you all. Takes us to the Shield Guardian, who is kind of still hanging on there. So I will say any attack he makes will be at disadvantage, but he is there. Which is...
He's blocked from climbing up.
I will say he is... He does have reach. There's terrain-ish kind of in the way. Give me an athletics check.
I need to roll this way, but more often.
Yeah, you can climb up over here. He tramples on that stuff. You can get there if you want. Within reach of everything. Just kind of pulls himself up and just kind of does like a little jump over it all.
Can he take one more step and stomp on one of these arm thingies?
Absolutely.
It says fist, but it's stomp.
Yeah.
Ish.
What is a stomp but a fist of the foot?
When you're a shield guardian, do you even have... What's the difference between your fist and your foot?
Yeah.
20 total?
Yeah. Which one's he hitting? The bottom one, top one?
The top one.
Top one's the head.
Oh, well, even better. Crush the skull.
Ooh. You hear it crack,
Clicked it.
but it's still... Oh, 13's gonna hit too.
That's fine. Everything is like frozen and like I don't know what's going on.
Huh.
Because I definitely didn't click it twice, but whatever. He does make 2 attacks, but none of the damage is going through.
Well, it is, what, 2d8?
It's
2d8
effectively 4d6. It's 2d6 plus 2d6 plus
yeah,
4.
roll 46.
There they go.
No, there they go. So the first one just explodes that head. It just goes exploding. Explode. The second one is he stomping on the...
Yeah, I'll just stomp the other one.
Okay, the second one is you hear a crunch. It's not quite as explosive. But it does crunch the limb. Which will take us to Ralorn.
We're gonna attack the big one up there. So let's see. 11 is a miss.
Yes,
You
sir.
said it's fair. So, not 20.
Yes, sir.
Hey.
That's almost the opposite.
22, or
I think we can do better.
maybe we can
Maybe.
get
D12.
no, so 22 points of damage.
They're swingy. 22. Guess what? You chop off another one of its arms.
Great.
Flops right there. Right where the head used to be. There it is.
And as a bonus action, we're gonna shift. So I get
I do that so many times. I will say, don't forget with that 11, you do have Bardic Inspiration
Yeah.
that you could have rolled a d8, but too late now.
Just wasn't sure if I could use it with the combat there.
You can roll the Bardic Inspiration on any d20 dice.
Shift
That-
attempts.
that is how- Nice, 10 hit points. Anything else for Ralorn as he shifts into
That'll be
his
it.
wheelbarrow? That will take us to this troll, who's gonna go for an... First, he's going to... Make him really do some decisive. He's just gonna do it. He's going to first throw some stuff at Aaron. Throw a hunk of rock. Getting a 17.
Misses.
Then for his second trick, gonna throw another rock. Getting a 22.
I will shield. Misses.
And then for his third trick, he is going to kind of back up a tiny bit and then leap out towards you to try to grab you. You just hear this roar as he gets closer to you. Big risk. Yeah, we'll roll it open. Why not? You got a big 10.
Nope. 24 was the number.
As he falls about 80, 90 or so feet down.
Oh, I got little. Like real little.
You would hear a little splash. And probably a crunch, too. That takes us to Aaron.
I will fly over here and breathe fire.
Yes.
Over there. Yeah, perfect.
Of course, as soon as I roll a d20. Getting a 14. And an 11.
Both are failures. They take the full 20 points of damage.
As the limb burns to a crisp. This guy still barely up. Struggling. You see, as the fire recedes, he's just a shell of the troll he once was.
And that will do it.
I'll
fly a couple more feet.
With burning hatred in his eyes, Aaron. Yeah, he's gonna reach out to you. And grab you. Or attempt to. Getting a 19 to hit you.
I will, as he attempts to grab me, I lash out with the rapier and meet his hand directly on the cast backlash.
What's that look like?
So I'm going to reduce the damage by 46 coming into me because 19 hits.
Okay. A whopping 9. So roll above some 1s. Okay. Barely, but you did it.
Barely.
But you did it. That's what counts, you know.
And then he has to make a con save.
Oh.
Or take 46.
That's just one good save. Rolled 12. And you just rolled you just rolled 46, so that's what that was. They might as well
So he did hit him too, so I do have
ended up being the same. Well, it's plus my spellcasting modifier for the
46. Gotcha.
The reduced damage.
Well, I will say, Ralorn, too little, too late, because Aaron beat Aaron beat you to the punch because it had 1 hit point left. As this, what does this magic look like as you defeat this troll? The other one went kaplooey.
It's kind of like me striking out, and it's a magical denial, and it's a concussive backlash force that just kind of reverberates back into him.
It pretty much kind of just like cuts into him, just collapses there. As Raloran goes for the strike too, Aaron was just so quick with it. A new ability Aaron has. You weren't expecting it. Creature collapses to the ground. Combat is over. You might hear some cursing from the water below. But he'll be down there for a while. But he's not going to try to mess with you guys. But you still have a little bit of a way to go. As you're halfway across this place, hopefully Arbella will be able to catch up with you. Hopefully, you'll get to Serpent's Bridge, aka Dragon's Den Bridge, in time. And you just have to get across that little thin strip of rope to the other side. Can't be that bad. And then a little jaunt to the actual road. But we'll say we'll find out how that goes next time. We did go a little bit over, but the trolls are defeated. We'll find out, next time. So thanks so much for joining, and we'll see everyone for more Dawn of the Dales. Night or night. And thanks, JR Hiker.
Hey guys.